It was supposed to have been the biggest music event ever to hit San Marcos, but as Casey Torres tells us in this Bobcat update, the first ever World United Music Festival quickly went bust.
According to the festival's marketing manager, only about 200 people bought tickets for the event, which was well shy of the 100,000 fans expected. The festival opened on Friday and closed the next day. Marketing manager Corey O'Donnell said that cold temperatures and high winds caused the cancellation, but executive producer Jerry Payne said the cancellation was a result of a communication breakdown between contractors. He said further details will be provided as they become available. The festival, presented by the Roots Music Association and the United States Entertainment Force, showed high promise initially with the setup of 8 stages on a 500-acre property off Center Point Road.
We want to be able to bring this here every year and make this a program that's going to be for many years here to continue to grow.
More than 150 bands were scheduled to play the event, including Roger Krager, Asleep at the Wheel, and Devil's Hollow.
For nothing else, it's good to get out here and see some other people play and perform.
A portion of the proceeds would have been used to support soldiers returning home and their families. Many vendors lost thousands of dollars and wonder, along with attendees, whether they'll ever get any of their money returned. Even with the low turnout, the World United Music Festival website says the group looks forward to next year's event. For Bobcat Update, I'm Casey Torres.
Texas State is asking students, faculty, and alumni to help raise money to build a new star on top of Jackson Hall. The campaign is being called Lighting the Way and is led by the Associated Student Government. The campaign is asking for $90,000 and the funds would come entirely from donations. The new star would stand 14 foot tall and on a 14-foot pole. Campaign boosters say the star will represent a growing sense of pride here at Texas State.
The historic district of Greene is holding its 22nd annual Greene Music and Wine Festival this weekend, benefiting the United Way of Comal County. The kickoff starts Friday night with a catered dinner and performance by the Flatlanders at Greene Hall. Other events taking place throughout the weekend included performances by other Texas bands, wine and beer tasting, a silent auction, and Texas food sampling. All of the festivities will take place throughout the town of Greene and along the banks of the Guadalupe River. For ticket information, visit www.greenmusicandwinefest.org or call 830-629-5077. Students are participating in the traditional homecoming events this week. Over 50 contestants entered the talent show to compete for a top prize. Student Association of Campus Activities sponsored the Homecoming Talent Show at Evans Auditorium last night. Nearly 1,000 tickets were sold, leaving several students without seats. SACA awarded students Spark Points for attending the show and sold low-priced homecoming t-shirts. Contestant Jay Yarbrough says the traditional talent show promotes school spirit.
You know, it's during homecoming, so everyone's going to be excited. You know, Bobcats won last week against number 3 McNeese, so everyone is already going to be excited to be ready for this game. I think this really just kind of sets the tone for the rest of the week and the weekend coming up.
Students cheered and danced in their seats throughout the night. Texas State junior Justin Payne hosted the show while 3 musicians entertained the audience in between performances. 12 solo, duet, and group performances competed in the talent show in 4 different categories. ASG Vice President Jason Moore sang in the music category, while groups such as the Japanese Culture Club and Harambe danced in the movement category. Talent show director Branston Harris says the talent show was very diverse this year.
Hip-hop to Hispanic culture to even Japanese. You can expect to see some country music, some soul singing. It's a very diverse show.
Small music group contestant LD Johnson won the overall cash prize of $500. Adding to the spirit of the show, University President Denise Traub recognized this year's Homecoming Court and Gaillardian nominees during intermission. The winning Gaillardians were announced, but the results for the Homecoming King and Queen were not revealed. And who will be this year's Homecoming King and Queen? Find out this Saturday at the Texas State Homecoming football game. From Bobcat Update, I'm Deborah Rivera.
San Marcos is going to be home to a new apartment complex a few blocks from campus. Jessica Cassidy has more in this Bobcat Update.
Students who want to live off campus will have another option soon. A new apartment complex will be constructed where the Balcones apartments are located now. The Balcones apartments will be demolished next spring. Balcones resident Thomas Dean says he doesn't want to move, but understands the need for improvement in the area.
I definitely planned on living here through my full contract. It came as kind of a shock because I really enjoy living here. We have a great community. At the same time, it is kind of an old building, and I understand them wanting to put up new stuff.
Residents will be forced to move out next March to begin construction on the mid-rise complex. Senior Jessica Swafford is still unsure of where she'll live next spring.
I'm waiting until they send us a letter saying we have to get, until we have to move, and then I'm going to try to find a place to live, but it's going to be really difficult if it's in March or April when we have to leave.
The new complex is scheduled to open in August of 2010 and will provide much-needed housing for a fast-growing university. For Bobcat Update, this is Jessica Cassidy.
Today, the Multicultural Student Association hosted its Mama's Kitchen event in the ballroom of the LBJ Student Center. The event was held as a part of the International Education Week, which is a U.S. State Department initiative. The event featured free food and drink for students willing to wait in the long lines. Food options included Chinese, Italian, and Mexican dishes. The free event is held on noon at the first Thursday of each month in the LBJ ballroom. A new parking garage on the west side of Texas State University has helped ease the pain of commuter students. Doug Seliger has the story.
With ongoing construction and bus route changes, getting to and from school is becoming quite a challenge for Texas State students. Helping to make things easier is a Spec Street parking garage located on the west side of campus near the rec center. The 4-story garage, which opened last month, has made 735 new parking spaces available for students. Although the extra parking makes it easier for commuters like Aisha Williams to get to school, she still struggles with the new bus routes.
Since they opened it, the shuttle does not run from here to Mitty, so I do more walking.
Students with a parking permit can use the garage, but due to its location on the outer edge of campus, it's used mostly by commuters. Luis Alvarez, a junior living on campus, doesn't use the Spec Street garage himself, but can see the benefits it provides to everyone.
I guess it has affected me in the sense that there's more people parking over there than there is here, so it's less crowded here on campus.
Construction will begin in February on yet another parking garage located on Matthews Street. For Bobcat Update, I'm Doug Seliger.